And by far one of my favorite African proverb is, if you want to go fast, go on your own. If you want to go far, go with somebody. So today I'm gonna share with you why property is not an individual sport, but is a team sport. And no matter how good you are, not even LeBron James can win the title on his own. So what are the team members that you need around you to really fast track your property success? And I'm gonna start with one that is absolutely critical, and that is your spouse. Your spouse, your life partner. If you have another meaningful person in your life, that is always gonna be the most important person by far to fast track your property success, because I've really come across situations where in a marriage or in a relationship, one person can do property without the implicit or explicit support of the other person. And if you don't get that support, well, you're feeling you're gonna climb uphill all the time, and that can be exhausting. So, what can you do to really recruit the support of your spouse, of your other meaningful half, if you don't feel you've got that support yet? Well, one thing you can do for sure is quite simple but quite powerful, and that is, go and attend events, educational workshops, masterclasses together with such person, because it's a lot easier to share the same content when you've absorbed the same content together. So that's number one. Number two, in terms of your fast track team, is you need a very powerful tax advisor, tax consultant, preferably, a certified tax practitioner. And, we might not like, or you might like, Donald Trump as a politician, but certainly he's achieved a lot, as a property investor. And, we all love to hate the fact that, he clearly hasn't paid anywhere near as many taxes as, people think he should. The reality is that, there's something called tax elusion and something called tax evasion. Tax evasion is illegal. You should never ever do it, and that's gonna get you in jail. Tax elusion is using the tax codes that are available to you to actually pay as little tax as it's legally available. And don't try to do a DIY on tax, because it's a complex matter. So you need a tax practitioner. And even if those tax practitioners, you think they are expensive, well, don't think about the cost of those, but think about the value. So you do need that. And yes, you do need a bookkeeper, but bookkeepers and most accountants, reality is that they're very good at telling you, how much tax you're supposed to pay, and that's it. So have a bookkeeper, but have a tax advisor to help you in that process. So those are three members. I'm gonna give you three more. Now the next one is, you need a conveyancer that is on your side. I've managed to pull off deals, in my life as a property investor, simply because, number one, I reserve the right to appoint my conveyancer. Don't forget that there is no law in South Africa that gives the seller the right to appoint their own conveyancer. Such a law doesn't exist. Anybody tell you they exist, they're simply lying. They think that you don't have the knowledge. It's a customary habit that can be agreed and can be changed. So, fight hard to appoint your conveyancer, not only because your conveyancer is going to give you a better discount, but your conveyancer is going to keep you up to date with the status of the conveyancing, and it's going to do a lot of other things that I'm not going to share with you today, but I'll share it with you in a specific masterclass coming up soon. And number 5, really important, if you want to reduce your vacancies in what continues to be and will continue to be, a tough rental market, you need a professional photographer specialized in real estate that is going to make your property look as good as it gets. because the reality is that when prospective tenants scroll through those big portals, they're going super fast and they're going to look at one thing. They're going to look at, do I like the first picture? Often referred to as your money shot. So if your first picture on the cover of your ads is substandard or is simply standard, you are going to struggle to fill up your vacancies. You know, the investment of 600, 700, 800 Rand on professional pictures for your property is going to make you reduce vacancies, reduce the time required to fill up vacancies, is actually going to help you achieve a better rental. So that's another critical aspect. And you know, the next one I'm going to share with you as well is you need a property manager. I see so many people investing, you know, where they grew up, where they live, simply because they want to self-manage their properties. Well, while there is nothing intrinsically wrong with self-managing your properties, you know, you cannot simply assume that, you know, the best area to invest in property is your area or the area you live in. Yes, you might have some micro knowledge, but you know, great micro knowledge doesn't necessarily help you if your area is a substandard area. I'd rather invest in an area that I don't know yet, that I live 1,000 kilometers, 10,000 kilometers away with the support of a really professional property manager. And we're going to talk about next time about how you choose a great property manager. So I've shared with you 6 essential fast track team members for you, and I've gone halfway through. I'm going to share with you another 6 in the next video. I hope you got value from this video, and if you have, click the like button, subscribe to our YouTube, drop a comment and tell me what your experience has been with having or not having some of those fast track team members. And I look forward to continue to guide you and support you to fast track your property success. Ciao from Carlo, founder of The Property Coach. Stay safe out there.